Going on, everybody? Welcome back. Good evening. Hello, hello. We are diving back into Plat. It is finally officially time for it to happen. Why does my camera look so dark? Probably because it defaulted to a lower exposure setting. Okay, well, that's better. Yeah, so diving back into PGA 2K25 as we have been, but tonight is officially Plat night. We have not played Plat in months. We had been playing TGC Tours, and then obviously we've been off for a number of months at this point, coming back from paternity leave. So we'll see how it goes. We've been swinging pretty well. I feel like we're swinging the stick almost as well as we had prior, so that's uncomfortable. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, USA and all that, but I was not prepared. I was not prepared for that face. Not what's going on, dude. Good to see you, sir. Guy, welcome back. Enjoy your lurk. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. We've been like I said, we've been playing pretty well, I feel like. Just a matter of can we get it close, and can we get putts to drop? I feel like otherwise we've been playing pretty well overall. At least where if things go wrong, it shouldn't go crazy wrong. Hey, what's going on, man? Mr. RJJ Ryan, welcome back. Or moderate very fast. Don't swing too well, Steve. We gotta risk it for the biscuit. In an ideal world, the weeks that we get pulled, we swing well and don't putt well and miss the cut, right? The goal would be to only get popped by the API when you don't score well. But alas, we will see how it goes. Because I think that's really only going to be potentially a problem when we're swinging it really well. So if we just miss open like that, then we're not gonna have any issues. The popcorn, what's going on, Nomad? How are we today? Hope all is swell. Okay, we need that to not be how putting goes today. Need putting to go a little bit better than that. I don't know, I feel like I'm just gonna have to trust first reads and hope for the best. Okay, starting to get the swing where we want it to be. Kinda hoping that was gonna rip back a little bit. Okay. Certainly not the kind of putting confidence we want to have going into things. Burning 2 on the edges. See if we can get one to feed off of this slope towards the hole. Man, you gotta... The very fast greens, I was thinking the wind was gonna do more. You gotta play it so much. Ah, boy. I think that's the thing that makes me the most nervous. That's the thing that makes me the most nervous, is just not being able to make putts. Because I have enough faith that we can lock in our swing and get some good swings on it. But I don't know, if we're sitting within striking distance and all of a sudden are just lipping putts or missing just off the edge over and over, it's gonna be a long day at the office. It's gonna be a very long day at the office. That's too much extra club. You're on a slope, so maybe we have to play choked. Choked and up in the air. Sometimes the way that the spin immediately reacts upon landing is so bizarre to me. Like that one went up and to the right. Okay, but we're starting to find that swing. Get ourselves nice and acclimated. Just overdid it. That's the one thing with the swing, even in a video game, you can never recognize that it's going well, because the moment that you do, that's when it goes off the rails. Happens IRL, happens in this game. I play my best golf when we're just going and we don't know what pace we're going at, we're just going. Which typically means that we're scoring and just kind of moving on to the next one. Shot up, one putt, shot up, one putt. You just start tearing it up and you don't even recognize what's going on. You don't know what hole you're on. Truly get into that bit of a flow state. Hey, what's going on, Yeet? Welcome. 55 streams in a row. Crazy, man. Ali, how's it going? Good at this? Thank you. Trying to always get better though. Getting real sick and tired of that. Getting real sick and tired of these near misses on the putts. I've joked about it before. I think if we played plat rounds with a caddy to help me with my putting, I think we could win. I think we could win a tournament if we did that. Did not want to go, huh? Nice. Love to see that. Oh, hi, JB. Hello, hello, hello. How are we today? On this Wednesday, my dude. I think we can throw this up in the air. Let's throw it up and at it. Yeah, that works. It works indeed. At Myrtle Beach this week, so hot and sandy. Ooh. Ooh. I do enjoy Myrtle Beach. I've stayed down in the strip of hotels in North Myrtle Beach, I think it is, a couple of times. 3, I think. I enjoy it. The boardwalk there is kind of funky because I come from going to the Jersey Shore. So the boardwalk there being around a little pond, lake thing, whatever you want to call it. The fish are wild. They're like these fish that they just swim over each other at these feeding stations, fighting for first dibs at the food. What's going on, Dram? Same controller the entirety of the game? I've had the same controller the entirety of my PlayStation 5. So I bought my PS5 right before 2K23 came out, using the same controller. I tend to be pretty gentle with my controllers. I pushed it. Dang. That would have been pretty good. I just replaced my Xbox One controller from 2014 last year. You ran into some stick drift issues. Yeah, the only controller that I've ever really had issues with was our Nintendo Switch controllers, because those Joy-Con sticks that have terrible stick drift and button sticking and stuff. Fortunately, they have covered all of those repairs. I mean, it's annoying, but definitely happy that that's something that they've taken care of. Alright, so you get this here, and then we're just gonna kick right, keep feeding to the right. You know, I thought about delofting it, because I thought that the very fast was gonna take it further, so I backed out of it, but that landed a lot softer. Of that. This is not Spencer. This is round 2 of Kinetic. We're just getting the thumb loose, trying to see if we can make some putts, get a little bit of confidence instilled in that part of the game. But swing is pretty decent. Swing is pretty decent. It's just the putting is always problematic. I don't really know what to do with this. It's like you don't want it to run too far, but you want it to get up. That's a good adjustment. Slow down. Still very fast. The crazy thing is it only needs to take like one more bounce on the fringe, and that's a very different result. Know if I'm playing a plat round? I don't think so, because in the past you used to know by the color. So you could tell here in the transition if it's dark blue. Since it's green, it's Kinetic, red is CC, it's like a light bluish teal for Elite. If it's like a dark blue on the in-between hole transition, then it's plat. You used to, in the old games, the icon in the upper left-hand corner where it says TGC Tours would be the different colors, but this is the plat color just in Kinetic. So I don't know, it must just be like one generic one this year. Not really sure how that gets determined. Okay, so and the wind feeds it. We gotta beat it there. Okay, it's gonna kick up to the left. I don't think it's gonna release though. Yeah. So it's like, I think that's something that I need to factor in when I'm playing that sort of shot. Is if it's not going to be that way. I over adjusted it. Okay. If it's not going to roll, then I need to make sure I play it below the hole. If I don't, I think it's gonna roll. Like, if it's gonna roll, then I can play it that way. If it's not gonna roll, then you gotta play it below. Well, what's going on, Ali? Said hello before, but hello again. 224, 228. Wind's playing back in. But, like, think you gotta play it a little bit up. Should feed left. It's a 4-iron. It should get some decent roll here. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Putting has and always will scare me, it seems. But as we know, ball striking can, not always, but ball striking can mask a lot. So, I think we just kind of have to take it for what it is. And just hope that we can drain a few putts and otherwise put the ball close. Right? Shots like that go a long way to mask a lot of other parts of our game. Good day, Mr. Whacker Guy. Putting against that netcode is tough, Todd. Is that what it is? Is that what's been doing me dirty all these years? The fact that it's been netcode? And here I thought it was just me being bad. Well, that's a relief. You know, always happy to hear it's not truly my fault. $50°, can we get spin? Technically, yes. Is it the sort of spin we were hoping for? Absolutely not. Hey, Smiths boys, what's going on? Witty, welcome back. How are you guys doing tonight? Okay, we put a few scores together down the stretch here. I think a lot of that is just fed by the fact that swing's feeling pretty good. I'm doing well, Smiths. I'm doing well. We're getting ready to dive into competitive rounds here very shortly. Putting has not been good, but to be completely fair, putting has never been my strong suit. Like, ever. So, here's hoping we can maybe have one a little bit better tonight. Continuously. Thank you very much for the jewels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I tried to de-loft this wedge to chase it back here, but yeah, you gotta just... You're not gonna get as much wind out of the wedge anyway, let alone on the de-loft, so... That one was maybe a little bit on the hopeful side. This round is technically a tourney. I'm not in this tour. So TGC Tours, if you're unfamiliar, is set up into 15 different flights across 4 different societies. So there's Platinum Tour, Elite, Kinetic, which is this one, and then there are challenge circuits A through L. We're using this as a warm-up. We're going to be playing the Platinum Tour in just a little bit. I guess technically in a few minutes. Okay, par 5 finisher. This is so dangerous because it's uphill and you've got tailwind. This feels like bait, but this is a good time to test something like this. So I feel like this could hit the upslope and not climb and go in the water. Hit it 101 to try and avoid that. And I also hit it a little bit to the right to try and avoid that. Because there's a big kick to the left as well. Yeah, it's tough. I wonder if I hit that just like stock into that front edge. I mean, this is definitely the safer play. And like the super safe play is to then turn around and super flop this so that you just don't. I mean, I could have gone one club up there, but the whole point is do not let it run out and into the water. I do golf IRL, not a lot. I picked it up, I guess technically 5 years ago, but I haven't played a lot, and in those 5 years I've had 2 kids, so I basically nuked my ability to play any substantial amount. So I'm not good, but I try. I played Friday. I played my first 18 of the year. I shot 107. We were a nice double bogey golf. Had some good swings in there. Had some one putts. Had 2 pars. But it's like when it goes bad, it just goes bad. And I find every tree known to man. If there's a tree on the course, I will find it. And not only will I find it, I will have to play around it. It's always like, oh, well, can't progress the ball at all. Gotta pitch out. So it's like, it's basically a penalty stroke. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick 90-second breather here. We're going to let the mid-rolls play so that there are no pre-rolls during the round. Go grab a drink, grab a snack, go to the bathroom, stretch your legs, do what you got to do. We'll be back in a minute and a half, and then we will dive into our Platinum Tour rounds. See how it goes. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. And just like that, we're back. Easy peasy. All right, let's refresh the capture card. Make sure that we don't get too much audio desync going on. All right, Green Tractor Classic is where we are, or is the name of the event that we are playing this week. Wheelbarrow Club by Jay Chantre. What do we got? Playing off the tips, very high winds out of the west, firm, and fast. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Can't wait. Apparently it's a shootout week, so I guess the very high winds are not doing anything too crazy. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Gotta try and play the way that we've been. Try not to really put any pressure on. Well, that says very high, but that's nothing too crazy. Pins in the back. Okay. Manageable. Okay. Back in with a good swing. Back in with a good swing. That's the main thing we want to see out the gate here is like... Don't need to dive into the next set of rounds and then all of a sudden... Then all of a sudden the swing's off. Okay, pretty good. Kick forward and right a bit. Okay. We're pin high. We're pin high. Now's the part where we start making putts, right? Now's the part where we start making putts. All those things that we were missing earlier. Now's when we need to make them. That's a good start. That's a good start. Okay, par 5. Kind of trying to shoot the gap here. Just left the face open. I don't think this kicks left. I think we're going to be bunker bound. All right. Feel like it was a necessary. Feel like it was a necessary attempt. Like we just left the face a hair open, but I don't think we were going for it in 2 if we laid it up. Okay, now wind is playing in the face. That's the part that has me a bit nervous. Playing less in the face. Double crossed. Okay, not ideal. I can't really explain the 94%, but we'll take a par. I don't love it. I don't love it. Missed the tee shot and then double cross that. Okay. Let's make it back on this par 5. There we go. There we go. Get the power drive there. Right down the middle of the fairway. It's going to give us 228 coming in. Kind of an awkward spot here. Because the wind means that we kind of have to aim out this way. But I'm a bit nervous about the trees. So maybe we start it out here. 244. think this is running through, yeah. Oh boy, get off. Okay. Yeah, so we pulled it a little bit, and that took us from ever being able to get it landed on the green. I don't know if we could have sat it, really, with the downslope and everything there. I feel like we might have been dead anyway. Truthfully. Alright. Would have liked to have started 3 under through 3, but just didn't quite execute. We've got higher winds here and downhill. 164 wants to carry about 171, but we've got about a 15-mile-an-hour headwind here, which is going to play more like 20-plus miles an hour. So all of a sudden, we're at least 5 yards short. 174, 181, that'd be 160, would be 5 yards long. Gonna try and play like more of a punchy 8. And that still sits. Because I was contemplating punching it a little bit more. I really wasn't sure how the lie at the feet and everything was going to play. We'll take that birdie. Pretty much straight up the hill. And a drivable par 4. Now, drivable par 4 feels often like it's going to be bait, just because you've got firm, faster greens. So like you take this, it probably lands short bounces too much. That did not play anywhere near as left as I thought it would. I was trying to play left middle of that green. But I guess it gives us a chance. Fairly flat lie here, a little bit of a kick to the right, touch of movement back left, but not really. Up the hill. That's too much power. Okay, we just missed the eagle on the close. But chipping has never been my strong suit, but going up and down for birdie, we shall take it. This feels like it could be a dangerous... It's also going to put me into like an awkward partial sort of shot here. So let's take 3 wood off the tee. Let it feed back into the fairway. And then it should run up and give us a wedge. Let's see here. All slightly above the feet. Not much. Would expect good amount of wind taking it off to the side here. A little bit of loft. Yeah, I left the face open. The height's good. I mean, by the height, I mean like carry distance. Definitely just get away with it because the miss is to the side where there's a slope. But at the end of the day, you don't really care how you get the job done. And sometimes maybe you should just act like, you know, it was intentional. I gotta go with power drive because of this headwind. Yeah, we only missed by 1 degree, so we are golden there. Ball is severely below the feet. This is gonna be a tough shot. It's gonna be a really tough shot because you got like a 16-mile-an-hour wind. The ball's below the feet and it's wanting to fade into that wind too. Mile an hour. There's 20 yards on that. I mean, if you're cutting into it, it should, right? Come on, wind, now bring it back. Okay, I understand why it didn't take the distance off that I was hoping for. Because it wasn't really playing like a true cut into that wind. It was just playing slightly to it and then letting the wind bring it back. But that's a good observation to make. It's a very good observation to make. Come on, we need those. Need those to drop. Alright, so this carries to like here. But it's a 6-iron. It's gonna want to hop and release. And then the wind is feeding it just ever so slightly to the right. Maybe if I play it like baby fades so it rides that and kicks and rolls. This could be nice. Buttery little cut. Just up right side, big kick. I didn't quite play it to the right enough, but that is money. In terms of the distance control. Yeah, sometimes I think I try and play the straight ball a little bit too much. I think sometimes it might be easier if I just commit to a little bit of cut with the wind. Instead of just being like, oh, straight ball, and how is this wind gonna play with the straight ball? Commit to playing the ball with the wind a little bit more. Kind of guarantee that it's going to make that left to right movement or right to left movement, whatever it may be. You know what? I'm going to take this straight up because this very well might... Like, if it goes long, there's a backstop. But if it goes anything else, it's going to be right at it. Yeah. Okay. Line them up, knock them down. 8 birdies on the front. Oh, the only thing we messed up was that par 5. We have been good ever since. So that's 238, and then you've got wind playing it back here. It's gonna play it short. 233, 247. I think this is the play. It being that elevated just took a little bit too much off. Still feeding back pretty nicely, so maybe it is the right call, because kind of awkward that it's like, that's 7 yards, but changing... I don't know, I'd have to have done like, maybe if I took a full 3 hybrid and then we cut it, like really commit to a cut into the wind, then maybe we'd be onto something. Nope. Went through the early part and didn't get over left enough. Hey, what's going on, Sebastian? We're just getting back into the wonderful world of the Platinum Tour. If you go over here, then you've got to play around a tree. Actually, multiple trees. Okay, never mind. Never mind. What is with me on... I've only messed up big time on my swings on these par 5s. Par 5 second, and then this one. This is certainly going to make for an interesting 45. No, that's gonna go, so this would carry 251. I've got 17 miles an hour of wind, so we know it's going like way back. And I guess it is what it is. Okay, now I need to kind of play like the par 3 did and just feed back here. Yeah, that is fully taking that last hole and learning from it and being like, okay, this is basically the same shot. It's a good birdie save. Love watching me play this. I appreciate that. Glad I can bring that comfort and enjoyment. What's funny is like these are competitive rounds, but if we try and keep it calm, we've got chill synthwave music. doesn't really scream competitive round vibes, but I don't know. I feel like having this sort of music in the background helps keep me from getting too like ramped up. Mitten to play in the draw here. And I took just a hair too much off of it. I thought the wind was gonna give me a little more carry. This is not good. Okay. It had me in like a flop shot position trying to take a partial. That was never going to go well. I mean, clearly I should have just intended to overswing that, if anything, but I thought I had, I don't know, it's hard to read the animation. That's a bad bogey. That's a bad bogey. All right, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We're still 8 under through 12. Still 8 under through 12. We got plenty of golf left. Okay, very similarly to... The only thing that I didn't do that I should have is probably seen exactly what sort of distance loss I was getting on some of those like hybrid shots. Because I know I'm going to lose at least 17 yards, which is 57, 55, but that's 9 yards long here. So maybe I go 8 iron and de-loft it. It should sit because of the amount of wind here. Beautiful. Beautiful approach. Okay. It's a good adjustment. Yeah, really trying to like take notes on things that have happened prior in the round to inform how later shots are going to play out. It's worked out pretty well for us thus far. I wanted to take the power drive here because it's playing so much into the wind. Really trying to give ourselves as good a chance as we can. So it's uphill. 185, it's another 14, it's 171. So we're short on the 6 iron here. I'm gonna take the choked 5. I may go a touch long because of this. However, I think that's an okay thing to have happen. So I'd rather it be a touch long than short. Now, it didn't get back left, but that's the distance. That was actually like perfect distance. Just the wind didn't bring me back around. Hey, I'm doing well, Arts. How are you doing? Thank you for asking. All right. 13-footer. %, power. Turn, turn, turn. I thought that might happen. Howdy Deuce. Long time no see, indeed. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Paternity leave is over. We be back to the golfins and the playings of games on the internets. All right, here we go. No way. Why is that? Okay. It's moving ever so slightly right to left, but something kicked it back out to the right-hand side of the hole. Finish Silk Song? Yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed Silk Song very much. Now we just get to wait a few years for the DLC to come out before we play it again. Man, that one stings though. I don't know if I should have like looked at that longer or what exactly I should have done. Alright, we'll take it. Can play the old Hollow Knight. Yeah, it's been like probably almost 6 years since I've played the original Hollow Knight. We might have to revisit it someday. Alright, I got 103. The right kicks, this could be decent. Okay. Okay, stay. Alright, we have an eagle look. We have an eagle look. Double breaker, though. Double breaker, though. And that's gonna be probably the trickiest thing about this. But I guess maybe it's not that tricky. Come on. Come on now. No, these golf games do have online. So they have online in a couple different forms. There is ranked, which is match play, where you play live against somebody. What we are playing right now is a society, which means that your scores are matched up against other players, but you play your rounds by yourself. Technically, you can play these rounds with friends if they're all playing the same round of the same society. But your scores go up on a leaderboard after you play your rounds. So it's all cross-platform. Anybody that plays the society, your scores will be on that leaderboard. We've played a little bit of 1v1. The problem is 1v1 is on pro. We're playing on legend right now. So I'm just not a huge fan personally. I don't find it to be as fun. Howdy, not a Wendigo. How are you doing? Hey, 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 hey. Okay, we're a little bit in between clubs. Choke 7. Do we think choke 7 and then maybe we can like get it to play the backstop a little bit? Is that a thing we think could happen? Like play it safely out to the right and funnel back off of the... That elevation nuked the wind. That elevation absolutely decimated the wind. I was not really anticipating that shot playing this way at all. But we have another eagle look to end. Hardcore in these games? Yes. This is the main thing we've been playing for a number of years now. Very, very much so into the competitive side of things. I overswung it. That was the read. Ah, that was the read. All right. We'll take it, though. We'll take it, though. Solid start. Solid start. Had a bogey, still shot 13 under. Had a realistic chance of 14 under. Went on a nice tear there. 3 through 9 on the front. Couple of mistakes. Like, we could have had a birdie look. You know, if that ball carries an inch further on 12, made a mistake on some of the par 5s. Definitely playable. Definitely playable. Hey, what's going on, David? Do not apologize for being late. I completely understand. I have a yard that needs to be mowed, but it is hot as all get out. And I'll just end up scorching my lawn. So my lawn is going to look unkempt for several days longer. So I don't play enough of the ranked to have like a proper in-game ranking. As far as the ranking system within the competitive system that we play in, so our scores all go to a third-party website. They have a system. I have peaked up at number 20 in the world. We haven't played this in months. We haven't played the competitive scene in months, so I've slipped into the hundreds. But yeah, at the top of our game, we're in the top 30 in the world. Okay, give me a few minutes here to clear out the pre-rolls, and then we will dive back into things. I appreciate y'all being here. If we put together another solid round, we've got rounds 3 and 4 and a made cut on the way here. So we'll see what we can do. See you in 2 minutes. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. Just like that, we're back. Just like that, we're back for round 2. All right, playing from the tips, wind speeds dropped the high. It's kind of weird because the very highs felt more like highs, like high highs most of the time. So it'd be interesting to see where the high winds play at. Southeast, very firm, and the same green speed. So going to have to be a little bit more mindful on approach, but it was also default firms. So this round might not play all too different. I mean, wind directions and such, the same, but yeah, like the wind speed here. Wind speed here is definitely a lot lower. Not a great miss. Right, bot? Plat rounds? In this day and age? I mean, we'll see how long it lasts. I have been. I'll read the quote so we're all in the know here. My honest opinion, if you want to stream and not get pulled, I'd say you probably want to steer clear of TGCT. There's a high chance you'll be caught up in it if you play regularly. So, we'll see how long it takes. See how many weeks it takes to get popped, but that was from looking at my data. So, I mean, I kind of figured that's why I had them check. Kind of thought I might be a good enough swinger to get lumped in, so. But if we just start missing with opens like that, we'll save ourselves that trouble. And it won't be any issue. Well, this hill kind of sucks. There's no shot. You've gotta be joking. The elevate, like, the uphill of the lie was that much that I needed to play a full. Say, okay, whatever. Okay, that's always fun. That's always fun. I say, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle if that goes in the bunker as well. So let's make it up here. We'll just eagle this and it'll be like going 1 under through the first 2 holes. Or even better, thinking about it, or even better, we could hit an albatross here. Very unlikely though, given the way that this is positioned. But if we could, in some world, I'll be this. That would also be quite nifty. The very firms that scare me because now it's gonna still chase. Settle? Playable. What's going on, Chris? Played terrible yesterday, missed the cut, but still got pop. Oh yeah, I mean, it's absolutely... You can score poorly. It's about your inputs, not so much like... I can have really good inputs and then still putt terribly, which is something that happens quite often. There we go. Bogey Eagle. We're back on it. We're back on it. Yeah, it's all stuff with... I'm sure it's just consistency of inputs, too. Like, even if you're missing your points, I wouldn't be surprised if it's also about, like, a standard deviation of your inputs. Like, if you can just consistently hit, even if you're mishitting. I'd be curious. Obviously, that's information that we're never going to have, because the more information that we as a community have, the more opportunity it gives for bad actors to, you know, exploit. So you're never going to get that information, but it is definitely stuff that would be interesting to know, for sure. Big cut. Wow, that didn't come back at all. It must have been on like a severe right to left lie that did not look at all right to left. I did think about when I hit it that I didn't look at it. Clearly should have. Looks like a pretty decent lie. Needs to be dialed back a bit. I mean, the hard part, bot, is like... Obviously, we don't know when they started, you know, creating the algorithm for the API, but they've been... What, this came out a couple months ago? 2 months ago? They had a year's worth of TGC inputs to analyze. You know, they probably, like, messed with some thresholds and, like, how many people would get detected by it and what averages and stuff are. Hey, thank you very much for the Lucksmiths. Have a good one, man. Thanks for chilling. Because obviously the risk when you start to roll it back then is you can start bringing illegitimate people back into play. I thought about playing this like extremely far right over to the slope, but I don't know. Figured I'll just try and go right at it. Obviously, the risk there is like, if I misplay the distance, then we're hitting the fairway and taking a big kick. All right. Very good to see those find the bottom of the cup, because it can be less than ideal. Now, very firm fairways. I feel like this is going to be gone, so we play a little bit of loft here. Try and make sure that we don't Landed too far. I think I landed too far right. And surprisingly softly. Oh. I know I overswung it, but that took a big kick. So I'm going to try and hit that a little bit firm, take the break out of it. That way it doesn't dip low on us. 298. Back pin. So because if I carry it down to here, in the 120s, obviously ideally is like you can carry it into here for a lot of spin, but I don't think off the tee it's going to want to. I think I'm gonna have to do this and then just play the slightly longer wedge. Should still feed left to that bunker. Maybe with the very firms, we actually have a chance for a slightly shorter wedge shot. It's 118. Team with the tailwind, certainly long, very firm, so we can just kind of throw that, like hoist this one up in the air, make sure that we're a little bit to the right. That'll play. That'll play. Did actually end up more to the left, but it's probably from how much I threw that up in the air, if I had to guess. It's like, we're really putting a lot of loft on it, so it, I don't know, just allows the ball to get moved that much. The wind wasn't blowing it a crazy amount, but just throwing it up off of the lie. Well, that's unfortunate. Need to see something. Trying to see how far offset I am. Pretty far offset, to be honest. Yeah. So if I hit this to the right, if I hit this to the right, it's going to be a pull. Pull closed. Wants to turn left to right. Gonna lose distance. club it down just to be safe. Oh, come on! That was almost really good. That was almost really good. It's only slightly uphill. If I have to... Alright. Unfortunate about the tee shot. That really, like, that really threw a wrench in the entire rest of it. This is not one I'm feeling great about because it's gonna want to land short, which is very firm. So if I play like a fade into this, it's gonna start and then... See how this goes. Trying to cut it, then have it straighten out, kick up into the left. It's like, it's so hard when it's that very firm. Like, I feel like we played a pretty good shot. It's just like a what else kind of thing can you really throw at it? Good putt. Good putt. Absolutely need those. Gotta play left of that tree. Starting to take too aggressive of a line at it. Zoom it back out. I was like, ah, there's actually just a tree there. Certainly would be no bueno. I think this 9-iron goes maybe just a touch long, so like fade it a little bit. Then how does that play? It's gonna start left to right, up the hill. Wind's gonna move it. That was the distance. The wind moved it plenty. This is always one thing of my game that I need to be improving at, is those side wind adjustments, so that we're not over 3 yards. Like, want to be closer than that. All right, but we still, with that bogey, we still go 7 under on the front. Down 12, little bit of help. 56, 68. Actually, it's not really gonna be help. You're just gonna get the big bounce. And I think that's gonna be enough. I just want to have maybe like a little bit of cut from the left so that we don't end up to the right of the hole. Yeah, that's beautifully positioned. Slightly above the feet. Coming through. Just try and send it through the break. We're not overpowering. And by not overpowering, I mean we're not playing power drive here. Stock drive. Get it down in the fairway. Stop. Okay. So now we get a look at the green in 2. It's the last time we had to lay up, which is not ideal. These are ones that always get me in trouble because it's gonna be this very firm kick. So I feel like I need to play some shape on the 8 to try and like get the very firm kick onto the green and then have it actually want to stop. Because I feel like most of the time it wants to be gone. Like it gets to the green and it's just bye. Pushed it a little bit. Hey, thank you, Kelly. How are you doing, dude? Good to see you. Hope all is well. We're back at it. Back into the competitive world of TGC. But we're I don't know, I feel like we're letting it known that we're back. I feel like we're playing decently. Obviously, we're not playing like the guys all the way at the top. But then again, we never have. I feel like we're having a solid outing. I knew that I overcorrected it. Not even corrected, I knew that I just over-pulled it. Smelling blood on this hole. That'll play. That's still birdie. That's still birdie. We don't splash it in often. But whenever we do, we'll take it. I'm gonna play a regular driver. I thought about playing the choked. I was afraid of cutting it right into that bunker, and I think that was the right call. Hey, thank you, Chris. I finally figured out a reference point for getting my points to line up where I want them to on the bunker shots, which I like never thought of, but it's just line it up on the N in normal. Certainly helps with input consistency. I pushed it. Not what I had in mind. Not what I had in mind, but you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. No, that feels too strong. Holes there. 59%. Ah. All the deceleration was at the end. Just like held the straight line for a really long time. Alright, that's fine. That's fine, it happens. We didn't hit our approach shot where we wanted to on that one. Let's maybe do it here so we can get ourselves into prime position. So we've got some wind that is certainly going to be at play. The hard part is always uphill. How much is the wind going to no longer play? It's like, this is pin high, but I feel like the wind is still gonna be... Maybe we play just like a stock 8. Pushed it. I mean, I overrid the wind, so we're okay there. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're in between the 8 and that. Or the 8 and the choked 8. Oh no. Putt was so slow. Just kept breaking. It didn't feel like it was moving that much, but it just... You hit it so gently. It's like as soon as it started going, I'm like, oh no, I know how this is gonna end. I know how this is gonna end. We're not gonna lose 14 on this, are we? Better late than never. What's going on, Vandy? See, late implies that there's an expectation of arrival. Okay. What do we do here? 107. It's on a diagonal. It's a wedge. It's a few yards long, very firm. Backstop is real far back there. I don't want to fade it as much if it's going to be like that. Maybe give it just a touch of loft. Pin hunt it a little bit more. Good call. Good call. Get in there, TFR. Saving up over 9,000 channel points just to spend it like that. Crazy dedication. Appreciate you. Hope all is well. This is actually, like, not a straightforward tee shot. The elevation change. Where the wind is playing. Yeah, obviously like to be down there a bit further. But kind of felt like I might run out of fairway. Kind of felt like I might run out of fairway. All right, we'll see how this goes. Because we're on a bit of a downslope. Yeah, this will be interesting. Got the right shape to it. It's not going to reach the green, which is going to be actually okay. That landed... For very firms, there must have been an upslope for it to just land what feels like very softly. %. I feel like for a putt of that length, I know there's break on it, but I feel like for a putt of that length, I look at it probably a lot longer than most. 373. Now, we hit the power drive fairly far back on the green last time, which makes me wonder... It's only downhill 8, but it's very firm. I don't know, there was wind at the back last time. So maybe this will be okay. Oh, come on. Oh, what is that kick? Just straight left. Ah, feels bad, man. Anyone's interested? 2-0 USA in the 81st minute? Love to hear that update. Yeah, I knew that was one thing with the game tonight is like, I'm not going to be able to watch it. It's on at the same time as stream. Yeah, there's certainly going to be some conflict of interests, as it were. Could have hit it like just like 1% harder, and it's maybe in there. It's fine. It's fine. Beautiful. A beautiful power drive. I know this is a match that USA was pretty heavily favored for, right? Like, I know that I know the US doesn't have, like, a history of making it out of the first round of the knockouts. I don't think they have since, like, 2002 or something. But my understanding is this was one that they were pretty much always supposed to win. It's very firm, but I don't know. With that hill, I don't trust it. Play the choke 3 hybrid because that should get enough release up the hill. Wow. All right. That was closer. That was closer than I thought it was going to be. Okay. And it's pretty breaky. It is pretty breaky here. Oh, wow. 4% overswing. But it was the right line for the read we had. So we'll take it. We're in. We're in, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of strokes left out on the table. 2 bogeys through the first 2 rounds and some other mishaps. But we are in 28 under through 2 on our first tournament back. I would say that's not too shabby at all. I would say that's not too shabby at all. Puts us at 17th. What does it actually put us on the leaderboard? That's the part that matters the most, because other people could be playing this. 28 under puts us T11. T11. Take the bogeys away, give us some of the putts that we missed, and we're in the top 5. And I know that that's like... Oh, that also means, yeah, like people getting popped and stuff. That's true. Like, Gazak is at 37 under, but he's not on the leaderboard, so... Yeah, it makes sense that there's some numeric discrepancies here between leaderboards and such. All right. Well, we've made it to the weekend, so we will play our weekend rounds tonight. Hey, what's going on, MRAM? Oh, the US guy. Who got the red? Because that obviously has effect on the next round of things. Open Society round? So, technically anybody can play the Society, Eric. Within the confines of TGC Tours, your rounds will only count on the website if you have a tour card for that Society. But the Society is technically open to anybody that wants to play it. If you want to play the same tournament that I am, see how you stack up on these conditions and these difficulty settings. Yo, Belzy, welcome back. What's up? All right, give me 2 minutes. We'll clear the pre-rolls out, stretch your legs, grab a drink, grab a snack, do what you got to do, and we'll be back for round 3 in just a few. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. All right. You got a card, Eric? Well, I mean, like, if like I am in the Platinum Tour, so you know my scores will pull on the website for it, but you don't even have to have a TGC card to play in any of the TGC Tours societies. It's just your score's only going to pull for the society that your card is for. All right, high winds, very firm, very fast. We're playing on the second to last pin set. Yeah, what's going on, Belzy? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well with you. Everybody have fun and hopefully cooling plans for 4th of July. My parents have a pool, so probably going to be spending a bunch of time in that if it's not thunderstorming. But it do be getting hot. Which is a shame because that means that, like, can't really play outside with the kid. Newborn definitely not going outside, but got a toddler with a lot of toddler energy that we can't really send outside because of the heat, so that's certainly been less than ideal. I want to be to the left. I'm going to try and make sure that I don't get too far right. I think that's a good call. You're in Canada? Today was Canada Day? Did you enjoy your, I'm assuming, time off from work and everything? Hopefully it was a good Canada Day. Hello again, Yane. Hello, hello. Good evening. Hope all's well with you tonight. Yeah, we have, so 4th of July is on Saturday this year, so our day off from work is actually on Friday, which is pretty sweet because then get a nice little 3-day weekend out of it. So we'll drive to my parents on Friday, picnic on Saturday with the family, and then head home. Good to see you as well, Yane. As always. Okay, this isn't gonna play 20, but that's gonna be too short. So we'll throw the 8 iron with some loft. Leaving the face open. Good distance control. It's open face on a couple of shots here. But this is where guys are like deadly, like 15 feet and in, and what looks like not a ton of break. Now it's definitely breaking, but stuff like this where like it's not crazy movement. Not crazy movement. Okay. Hit it firm, still missed it low. It's never a great feeling. I'm okay with hitting it firm and still making it, but hitting it firm and missing it low, certainly less than ideal. Let's see here. So if I choke this, I think we're only landing around where the 9-iron would normally go, firm and a little bit of release, so with this into the upper 70s, a bounce and some release. So like we want to put a little bit of loft and distance off of it. And then if we're playing the fade up against it.
O Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, that with it thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy.
Surin Rai, thank you for the YouTube sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Belzy, thank you for the jewels. Appreciate it. Alright, this is playing a little fade, so it's going to want to start out to the left, and then it's going to hang left. Because that wind's not going to really let it do anything else. That is lots of jewels. And that is a golf shot. That is very much so a golf shot. Thank you kindly, Belzy. Oh, so it's just gonna... I don't think that Streamlabs used to do alerts for jewels. I think that's a new thing. So that's why we don't have any sort of proper alerting set up for it. That being said, I am probably gonna lower it so that it doesn't alert as much for... Not that I don't appreciate it, but the 2 jewels at a time definitely makes a few too many alerts. What are my... Okay, so I think we just have the default alerts for all of that. But I think I'm gonna have to look at manage variations. I'm gonna have to figure that out later, I think. Now, minimum jewels to alert, that's what it is. I have a minimum bits to alert, 10. Okay, so I do have something. What's interesting is that it doesn't, like, auto update on... Hey, thank you very much for the 100 jewels, Belzy. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna put the minimum on it just to be that 100 so that it doesn't get spammed with... Not that you can't give them, but it doesn't spam the alert box, just because that can get out of hand. From experience. I moved the bits one from 10 to 100 just to match it, so that there's parity. But seriously, thank you so much, Belzy. Appreciate that, man. Live monetization of the stream, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Alright, we're gonna play a little fade on it to like make sure that the wind feeds it over there. It's been one of the better moves that I've made. Now I didn't quite read that right, but I think starting to commit to a fade or a draw instead of trying to straight ball it is helping me find a little bit of consistency on some of these shots. 43%. Putting continues to be troublesome. But I suppose it is what it is. We just gotta continue trying to work at it. And in the meantime, we will just try and hit our golf shots closer to give ourselves better opportunities and wipe away the pain of our missed putts. Hey, thank you, Justin. Yeah, that one was pretty slick. That was pretty slick. We'll follow that missed putt up with an eagle. It's one of those, like, if you could just put it all together. But we've talked about it countless times before. Our ball striking ability is the sole reason that we're in plat. If I was an average ball striker with my putting, we would, I don't know what tour we'd be in, but it would certainly not be this one. I mean, I guess it's not 100% just like ball striking consistency. It's also ability to like read elevations and winds and all of that. But having consistency of ball striking allows for a lot of things to unfold because you're not really thinking about certain aspects of the game. Able to wipe away a lot of the like, well, what if we miss? And like our misses aren't that big. You know, like a 3-degree miss is like, that was a pretty bad miss for us. Which also just means, well, if I miss it open, I gotta get a little bit more closed on this next shot. That was a little deep. Okay. We're in there. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Wind's tailing, feeding right to left, 7-iron. The wind's gonna take it maybe into like here. This is where I wish I could play like a big slinging draw, but it's also like I can't fly it to here because it's gonna kick and go too far. So like I can play, what, like it defaults me to that draw. I can play it on like as baby of a draw as I can and let the wind take me and then roll back there. It actually took me a few yards more to the left. I'm gonna be straight out the back. Yeah, so I committed to the draw, but it was actually not committed enough. Alright, what do we got here. Up the hill. It's gonna kick left, skip forward, release back to the right. Just a bit too hot, I suppose. Just a bit too hot. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's one of those like, oh, we hit it and it didn't go in, but like we were 1% overpowered, so like if it lands a percent shorter, like it has a better chance of going in, but it also would have probably taken the break more and missed differently, so. It's not like, ah, man, it just barely did. Like there are a few other factors at play. Choked pitching wedge to 134. 133. And then the wind. Oh boy. Colby, don't overcomplicate this. Just knuckleball the 50 instead of trying to. I'll end up king of the hill again if I try and play the lofted pitching wedge, which like I so badly want to play. But we're gonna knuckle the 50 up in here. I don't know which is better. I mean, this was probably the right call, just with a little bit more D-loft on it. Okay. 9 under going out. Had opportunities to be more than that. Okay, they want us to play this par 3 into the fairway. Not sure I quite understand the logic behind that, but they're trying to nerf us. Actively trying to nerf. Like we can't have this guy doing things like this. Generally concerned this 7-iron lands short. I don't love this, Sumume. I don't. I'm probably over-engineering the shot. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not over-engineering the shot. I didn't love the 7. Finagle the 6 a little bit here. And we make the putt. Who even is this guy? Who even? Alright, we'll choke it down, shave a little bit off. I want to find fairway here. I don't want to be too long gone. I like it. I like it. I don't love this. Don't love this. Because I can't... I gotta play a fade. I gotta play like a high fade. You know, like... 201, 208. Okay, so we have to play this. This is 217, which is 5 yards short. There's not a lot of room to work, so we're gonna play... Play just like a baby fade with the loft here. Play a higher fade because of the lie. It's gonna come out. Gonna come out left. Gonna come out left. Try to turn over to the right. The wind is gonna bring it to the right. That's still too far. Hit the flag stick. Dang. Yeah, just off of the downslope, it's just, I don't know, maybe it's because the fade like rides the wind so much, it carries it a little bit further. I just didn't think I could take a 6. Or even like choke the 5 down. I feel like it was gonna be landing on the downslope then, and if I land it short, you want to make sure that it gets over and rolls down, because you don't want to have the uphill downhill putt. Like, that would be bad news bears. Okay, but we have the chance for a chip-in eagle. It was close. It was close. We had the chance. We blew it. No, the birdie is fine. 151 wind in. If we play the fade, touch a loft, I think that could be all right. It's gonna start out left, and then the wind's just gonna turn it over, and it's gonna stay out left. Okay, a few yards too much. Like, we're having good proximities, right? We're having good proximities. Obviously, the hard part here is good proximity paired up with, you know, not ideal circumstance. Of being the side hill lie. Oh, but we make it. We make it. That's tough. That's real tough. 317. I mean, I can carry it and sling it around the corner, but I feel like we're going to be in an awkward distance. Okay, let's not do dumb thing here. Let's just give ourselves... Let's just give ourselves a wedge. Give ourselves a little wedge. And 28. I left that. I thought I left it open. I didn't think I closed it. Fairway kick. See, sometimes happy little accidents occur. And you get it to bounce the right way. So I close it. I thought I left it open. We close it, which plays it more into the wind, takes more distance off of it, puts it on the fairway, but fairways just are more aggressive on the way that they bounce. I also think it is just a more aggressive bounce on this on this round. 34 uphill, wind. Don't want to be short, so I'm going to give it some D-loft. D-loft be good. Ooh! Ooh! It even got some zip back towards the hole. Love that. That was unexpected. I thought we were just gonna check up pin high. Yeah, that's been working out pretty well. Committing to the draw of the fade to better perceive the shot that's about to happen. I'm liking that, like, mentality. 107. 13 miles an hour of wind. There's already 94. Probably a little bit more than that. 56. Gonna want to spin. I'm gonna give it a little D-loft. Just to be safe. Hit it a little bit firmer, but like with the wind and everything, just figured it would come back more. What's going on, Scarlett? Didn't have on my going live notifications. Been sitting here watching baseball in the pool. 8 o'clock. 8 Eastern. That's always the goal time, at least. Sometimes we're a little bit later than that, but I can't believe that hangs on. In my books, that's going low. But he was like walking it in. I was like, he's doing the fake out. He's doing the fake out. Not a chance. Surely we are not going for that. Surely we are not going for that. Notification is now on. I've never trusted Twitch's notification system. That's like the biggest reason that we have the bot in Discord that does the going live announcement. I trust that infinitely more than Twitch to get it right that we're live. Okay, hitting some good golf shots tonight. But alas, still putts like that happen. Thought it was gonna die more, ends up being a little too firm. But that's why we're not the best. That's why we're not the best. We're pretty good. But that's still missing from our game. One day. One day we'll hit the ace of truss. Little disappointed to not hold the green. I mean, it would have been a tough eagle putt anyway. Never missed a cosplay run, but guess never realized notifications haven't been on for years. Yeah, Twitch is weird with that stuff. Like, sometimes things just turn off, and you won't know. I've had, like, Twitch has unfollowed people, and people have had all of, you know, all sorts of different random things like that happen over the years. And it's like, you're just not going to notice unless you just, like, happen to catch it, right? Not really much you can do about it, unfortunately. Alright, the 101 might be the key here. Nope, we got the fairway bounce. I knew I was flirting with it. I knew I was flirting with it. Freaking Amazon. Such is life. But you gotta fix now, right? I mean, I guess it's just one of those better late than never sort of things, right? Just gotta hope that it turns a lot at the end. I just like went through everything. Didn't get the ball turned at all. It like stayed straight and held out. Used to be on Discord. Apparently worst decision ever not to put it on this phone. It's all good, man. It's all good. I mean, it's one of those things, like, it's nice to have the Discord as a place for people to have notifications if they want to about when we go live, or to be able to chat outside of the stream, but it's also one of those things, it's going to be very hard in general just to ask people to give up that extra time of their day to, you know, to be in a server outside of things. Like, yeah, it's a cool concept. My Discord server has never amounted to much in the grand scheme of things, but that's okay. Also, we just very casually shot a 17 under tied for Stives with the low round there and wasn't even recognizing what was going on, and we missed some putts. Like we left some on the table. So apparently we're just playing pretty well. We will go after round 4 here in like 2 minutes. So thank you guys for being here. Hope you're enjoying. Hoping you're having a good Wednesday, good Canada day if you're in the Canadian lands. Yeah, we'll be back in 2 minutes to wrap this thing up. It's been a very solid return, I would say. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. Anybody else's office chair, if you have one, ever do that? Where like you sit down and it does not maintain the height that it's supposed to be at? Just like lets the air out? I don't know if my chair is trying to tell me I put on weight or something. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Alright, let's reset the capture card, clear the audio, desync. Speaking of Discord, so plan was to stream tomorrow night, right? Because Tuesday through Thursday are the days that we've got for us. I have been invited to an event within the neighborhood that would take place during like the first hour of stream tomorrow. I feel like it's probably not worth it to go live like over an hour after we normally would, so be on the lookout. I will post in Discord if we are going to not go live tomorrow night. Very high, extremely firm and fast. Okay, so gonna have to be precautious on the approach. So yeah, just be on the lookout with that. Obviously, I don't like taking off of stream, especially since we have one less day to work with, but it's also one of those things where, like, we're still fairly new to the neighborhood. So I should probably acquaint myself with some of the neighbors. Make IRL friends. IRL friends are good to have. I don't have many, so I feel like that would be a smart choice on my part. Okay, this is going to be a very fadey shot and extremely firm. Good line. Little long. Take it though. Welcome to the Burbs, great movie. I don't think I've actually heard of that movie. I also don't know that I can classify where I live as suburbs. I think I technically live rural. I mean, I drive 5 minutes down the road and there are signs for Amish horse and buggy, you know, just like beware. I think I have moved out of suburbia. I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up in the Philly suburbs. I don't know, I guess it's technically suburbs of DC, but I know they refer to it as like the DC metro area because it's still pretty heavily populated in those parts. I've lived northwest of DC, I've lived south of DC in Virginia. It's pretty busy. Extremely firms. I think you have to land it out here and have a putt from here. I don't think I can go at this as much as I want to. Like, as much as I want to. I just don't think I can. Don't think I can. I think I have to, you know, let the wind ride it sort of thing, but like let the wind ride over here to the right. It's got to be a big kick forward. That's pretty good. Because that's a reasonable... It's a reasonable sort of look. I'm actually going to go a little bit more. My luck, it's going to miss to the right now. Yep. Cool Beans had it. Had it, but I thought that the middle part of that broke more. About an hour west of you, a lot of Amish west in Indiana. Oh, are there? I mean, I know that obviously Pennsylvania's got probably the most famous population with Lancaster and stuff, but they're throughout the central part of the state. It's not just Lancaster. I think Ohio has the largest population of Amish. I guess it makes sense that just a state east of there would also have some. Okay. Gotta play a cut on this, I think, a little bit to try and get it to stop. Okay, good line. See how this plays. It's not gonna get on the green, is it? Of course not. Of course not. All right, little skip and roll, I suppose. Underswung it. I mean, it's always going to be hard to get that right, Got the rest of it right. Still a birdie. Still a birdie, just wish I could have done a little more with it. Talk to a few Mennonites every once in a while. Ah, Amish Light. We have those as well. I think the most interesting thing is I've seen, like, seeing Mennonites at the amusement park is an interesting one. Because they're dressed very similar to Amish, at least the women are, like, very conservative bonnet and everything. But riding amusement park rides. It's like, I guess it makes sense. Like, you can still go and do fun things. It's just not something that, like, I'm picturing in my head when I think of Mennonites. It's like, just, that's not what I had in mind, but... Ah, the draw played too much. The right idea. Really the right idea. I think I had it. $63%. Come on, man. Just give me one. Is there a perk we could have that, like, makes the hole a little bit bigger? Something? Amish Team Boys in Oklahoma truck stop pulling a new bass boat with a farm tractor? Yeah, there are weird exceptions to some of the things within Amish culture. Like, they can use power tools, but they use, like, some alternative stuff. And, like, when we had our shed put in, we had an Amish company do the shed, and then there was a different Amish company that they referred us to that did a gravel pad underneath. Watching an Amishman drive a skid steer, I also did not have that on my bingo card, because I was like, you guys can do that? Like, there are a lot of rules, but also clearly a lot of, like, exceptions to things as well. I only got 101. Just trying to give it a little bit of bend back to the right so it could kick. Get some big bounces and roll here. Oh, we're gonna die on the hill, aren't we? Yeah, I wanted to take that just a little bit further. Metalwork, woodwork. We had, since we've moved here, we've had Amish-made furniture for our kitchen table, our TV stand, our shed, the gravel pad that goes with it. We did not go Amish on the basement, though we did get a quote from an Amishman. He had a work cell phone. If it's for work, there's more flexibility on the rules. He took pictures. When we wanted to communicate, though, with the Amish woodshop about, we wanted to get a quote. We wanted to get a quote on, like, not a hutch. T-board? I forget what it's called. Like, just like little sideboard table. That's what it's called. Little sideboard. We found one on Amazon that we liked, but we were getting other stuff from them, so we wanted it to match, so we just wanted to get a quote. We had to email, like, a neighbor or something, who daily will give them their communications in a printout. They will call you, I'm assuming on a landline. Try to remember what other, like, quirky things there were. But yeah, there's just all sorts of like weird caveats with stuff. Yeah, what up, Fly Guy? How we doing, sir? And like, definitely not trying to poke fun. It's just, it's very interesting. Like, it's just so different, right? It's just so different than what we're used to in our own lives. Oh, he's walking it in? Get in there, Fly Guy. Get in there. That could be bunker bound. Yeah. I went aggressive, tried to overpower. Didn't really need to. Didn't really need to do that. I left the face open. Lovely. We get a fairway kick and roll. Not quite. All right. I suck at chipping, so we're putting this here. We're putting this here. I don't know how I feel about it, though. Feeling better. I'm feeling better about it as it's going. Okay. I like those. We're gonna go 3-wood. Driver feels like a problem waiting to happen. Driver feels like just too much club for that shot. 128. It's not even gonna carry to 140 if I do that. So if I go 140, it's definitely gonna be long and extremely firm. So what's I got to do? Take this sucker back. Take it high. Oh, I underswung it. Ah. I mean, it's pinned high. I was hoping to carry that to like not have to worry about it at all, but it gives us a straight enough putt, so it's fine. It all works out in the end. 205 yards. But we got a decent amount of wind here. A decent amount of wind. 15, so I was playing like 220. 5-iron's not gonna want to go. But a choked 4 with some D-loft. Maybe draw. I've been under. It's gonna draw with this wind, so I actually need to play it out here. Because I've been underplaying it. What I underplayed was the wind. For sure. I should have I should have just played the full 4. I don't know what I'm thinking. I was like, just kind of blitzing through my thought process. Not really tinking too much. I suppose it's okay. Yeah, I could have done a lot better there. That's why I don't try and work the, like... I know some people, that's how they do it, and they, like, calculate the effective pin. I always, for my head, I need to know how far I'm carrying a specific club. It's like I need to start it at the club number and then work it backwards. Like this is 210, 201, we've got 15 miles an hour of wind, is going to play at least 20. So, okay, now we're playing 180 watt. Like, now the 5-iron stock is, like, perfect. It's extremely firm, so maybe we'll throw some loft on it. Play a little bit of fade. So that we know that it's going to turn over to the right. Let the wind take it that way. I left it open. That's going to be bad. Distance was good, though. Distance was good. Do I have 93%? Not bad, it just came out to the right. Alright, a couple of mistakes. I mean, they happen. We're not perfect, we know that. Downhill, tailwind, extremely firm greens. Alright. Can't wait. These are the, you can play it. Actually, it might be better. Well, I don't know, because it's a wedge. If I play it here, I might actually not release as much as I'd like it to, but I guess we'll have to see. 139. Gotta carry into like the 150s. Okay, so that's too little. 140, 151, the 160s. Just play lots of loft on it, take some distance off. Oh no. Underswung it. Maybe good? See, that's the release that I wasn't sure about. If I hit it 100%, I land it close to where we are now, get the extremely firm and longer, so that may just be how it needed to go. Okay. Okay, we like birds. We like birds. Should be good. Should be long in the fairway. But in a pretty good spot. This is like the curse of, yes, you can hit it into, but extremely firms and all of that are a very protective thing. This is gonna play like a heavy amount of draw. 180, 194, definitely like into the 200s.
You are now the night to say,
Slight downhill. Hark from Xbox Live, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome back for 2 months. Appreciate you choosing to use your Prime over here. I hope you enjoy your faces. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are we doing? Okay, we're playing the big draw. Still left of the hole, but I wanted to land it short because I didn't want to take the very firm. But definitely good to see that. I mean, for reference of in the future. Push open, so we would have been left right in if we square one of those up. That's all right. You take birds. You take birds around here. It's one of those things you just like, you can't start getting too picky. You'll have to choke 7. Gotta really work that ball from left to right over here. Come on, keep coming down. Keep coming down. Alright. I think with the fade, I probably took some of the distance off that I was playing for. I think that was the right shot. I just don't think I needed to de-loft it. I mean, overall, I still think it's probably the right play anyway. Good putt. Good putt. What's going on, Everlearn Gaming? You abuse the choke tee and approach too much? You're saying just for the extra forgiveness. See, for me, I use it just as a yardage change to keep 100% swings. So my goal with all of my shots is to always hit 100% and then shot shape. So for me, a choked approach or a choked tee shot gives me like maybe 2 yards more carry and a little bit more release than the club before it. So you get a little bit more penetration on the flight if you need it.
Behold, Arthur, this is the Holy Grail.
Pseudo!
Look well, Arthur, for it is your sacred task to seek this grail.
Get in there, gifting Fly Guy a nice little sub. Thank you very kindly. Appreciate it. Fly Guy, I hope you enjoy your faces. New streamer, who dis? Yeah, so I'm new around here. We've snuck our way into the Platinum Tour, and now I'm streaming my first ever Platinum round, and we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. How we doing, Pseudo? Good to see you. Hope all's been well. 96, 94. It's gonna carry a few, but it's not really gonna get onto the green. 107. Gotta like throw this up because the Wind's gonna wanna take this, and then the extremely firms are gonna be big old kick. Okay, took a little bit too much off, but that's all right. At kid number 2, I did. That's why we've been gone so long. Disappeared for a little few months of paternity leave, but we're back to work. We're back to stream. All is right in the world. Gonna be streaming a little bit less, but I feel like that's to be expected with more kids, especially at this age. Youngest graduated high school last month. Yeah, see, I'm not mentally prepared for those feels. We'll get there when we get there. Also, that was not a very nice kick. 12 yards. 16. The wind's not really gonna want to do it. I don't love this. 140. I'm gonna play some loft on this, but I actually think this choked pitching wedge might be the play. And I knew stuff was gonna come out short. I didn't think that the rough was gonna just devour it. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Hey, it's a good drive that's just enough off to cause trouble. Shot shape every shot, sculptor build for years. My man. Same. Ever since I started playing these games in 2K21, I always 100% swings and shot shape my gaps. I feel like for me, it's the way to be the most consistent. No, boy. I had a feeling that the wind gonna play just enough less on that, but I didn't want to commit to it. Dang it. Come on, man. Go in. I think even with this, I gotta play a little bit more out to the left. Okay, nice. Piped our power drive. Just enough to get us down here. 187. I mean, what? The wind is playing like 22, 23 miles an hour. Which is already at my 5 iron. That's going to be more than that. All right, we're going to play D-Loft. D-Loft 4 iron baby cut. It's the right distance. Just over-aimed it. Look at that shot. That's such a good way to play it. It's just didn't come back enough. All right, 1938. I mean, you can get so much power in a sculptor build anyway. I have max power on my driver, and then I have a decent amount of power on the rest of my bag, which helps then with shot like with having more loft into greens, you're swinging with more power, so it has more spin as well. 38, 41. Oh, I underswung that by 3%. Dang. That was a pretty decent read, too. Just completely underswung it. Shame that. I think I have to go like a cut power drive up the right-hand side of this fairway just to not have a ridiculous approach distance. I mean, now spin is definitely going to be something we have to factor in because we're on a shorter distance, but nice. Into the 30s, which would be like 128. And that's just coming up to like pin high. De-loft it. All right. See how this goes. Should still spin back with this. Yeah. That's it. Say with that much wind and a wedge, you gotta try and play it long. Still almost missed a level. We'll take birdie. Get back on the scoring. My putter is fully putt weight and rhythm. Pull open. Dang. Trying to not be in the tree. That was the big thing. Trying to not be in the tree off the tee box, so I got subconsciously like scared out of my shot that I wanted to take. Alright, one last one. 21 miles an hour wind. Woo! Big fun. Big fun. That's gonna be short. Alright, choked approach on the pitching wedge. That's gonna allow us to get to 119. Like 112, that's 8 yards past. There is some backstop. If I don't play it... Yeah, I think this is going to be okay. Don't love the 101, but... good chance that we can spin it back from here. It spins up the hill. Come on. Come keep going. Go, 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 go. Come down. Come down. Do not park up there. Do not park up there. You've got it. You've got it. Oh boy. That was certainly almost not okay. That's... that was so bad. That was so bad. Okay, we get a birdie. Finish out with a clean 13. Definitely missed some stuff out there. That was almost a terrible ending. That was almost a terrible ending. Longest time, you would always put the path and contact same numbers, mainly on release, just guessing that might straighten out the swing. The thing is with this game, Never Learn, is as long as your combined miss on the putter is less than like 7 to 8%, your putt's gonna be fine. It's very forgiving that way. All right, we get to 58 under. We get to 58 under, and we were no bueno putting. 92% is not bad. They're actually not as bad as one might think. 20-foot proximity to hole, decent. Decent. Actually, a lot of people were better than us, so I don't know. Pseudo, that's it. We made the cut. 28 under to make the cut, and then 30 under on the weekend. So we are in there. Currently sitting top 10 because there are already names that have been removed from the leaderboard. We'll see if our name gets removed from the leaderboard, but as it stands, we're alive. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out from here. But as it stands, we are not popped yet. All right. Well, I would say that that's a pretty good return. That's a pretty good return. Path and weight, emphasis like 80 on those, 50-ish on rhythm and contact. Yeah, so I think that you're wrong. And my reasoning is that the game is very, very forgiving on putting mishits. That I think that rhythm and weight to be more consistent on your distance control and keeping your overall line to match your read the same, I think is more important. That's just my 2 cents with it. Because this is how I have mine spec'd. 95 weight, 79 rhythm, 46 contact, 55 putt path. But I'll give you a quick demonstration of why that is. So I'm on Legend. I've got Legend swing, and we've got the base. We've got the base contact and swing path and everything. I will show you how small the miss actually is. Let's see. We've got a 37 footer. I'm going to miss the swing path. So that's 22 degrees worth of miss. Okay? That's 22 degrees worth of miss. Now let's miss it something a little bit less. So that's 3 degrees open. It's still center cup. From a good ways out. This isn't gonna make it, but let's put it a little bit closer. All right, what do we got here? So we've got a 79 footer. 7 degrees. 7 degrees miss from 79 feet. I have missed it a ball outside the hole. So that's my reasoning for, like, if you can stay within that sort of metric. Like, we're 4.5 feet open now from that range. We're going to catch it. Yeah, so 4.5 degrees from that range is going to miss just outside the hole, but I also slammed it. So, like, on Legend, as long as you're, like, in a reasonable spot, right? As long as you have, like, moderate consistency with it, you're going to still make the putt. You have to have some pretty egregious swings. There we go, that's right on the money. But you have to have some pretty egregious swings to, like, miss, or at least miss big. If you can be, like, within a couple of degrees on your misses, keep hitting play from here, and then I don't move the ball to be close enough. But yeah, so that's the testing that I've gone through to just determine that, like, it's not. I'd rather be more consistent in hitting my points or hitting my power so that I can get the ball on the right line. Because, like, that's a 5-degree miss, but I'm also putting from 60-something feet out. Right? So if you put yourself only, like, 30 feet out, you might still have a chance to catch the lip. Right? Like, there, 22 feet. Now, I hammered it. Right, but that was inside the confines of the lip, so you get your putting pace right, and you're in there. Anywho, yeah, I think that contact and swing path are a waste. I think it's much better to just put it into rhythm, put it into putt weight. Because for me, I just want to be able to consistently hit the percentage that I'm trying to, right? Like, you're always painting a picture in your mind of, like, what the putt's gonna do. What you need is for it to start on line and start on that weight. There is forgiveness on contact and path. There is no forgiveness on weight and rhythm. They're going to affect how hard you hit it. But there's, like, there's a margin for error on the putts where they give it to you anyway. Once you get up to chips, the same miss actually misses, but on putts, it's like this weird. I think it's all scaled on the same miss pattern as, like, full clubs. But because it's in feet and not yards, like, the scaling, like, oh, at 60 feet, I missed it, like, 2 balls to the right, like a cup outside. But on a chip, the 60, I think that's a 20-yard chip, and you'd have to miss an even, like, smaller degree, I feel like, to have that same result. So, yeah, funky mechanic. It is what it is. But, anywho, yeah, that's going to do it for us tonight. I don't know if we'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, got invited to IRL thing in the development. Feel like I should probably meet people. So there's a chance that we don't stream tomorrow. I'm going to talk with my wife about what she thinks I should do. So stay tuned in the Discord. If you don't see me live by like 8:15 and I didn't say anything in the Discord, chances are I guess we're not streaming. But yeah, thank you guys for chilling. We'll at least be back with the golf next week, that's for sure. And next week, I'll have to do a poll in Discord about what we want to start up. We can either do Lies of P. I've got a Switch 2 coming, so we could do, like, Donkey Kong Bonanza, or we could play. There's part of me that wants to go back and redeem myself with the original Zelda that we didn't finish years ago. There's all sorts of different stuff, so I'll put some sort of poll out, try and get a feeler in Discord. But yeah, have a great night, everybody. Thank you for chilling with me.